Hey, I'm Brian Van, SportBikeTrackGear.com, and today we're going to break down the Scorpion XT9000 Adventure Helmet. The Scorpion XT9000 Carbon Adventure Helmet retails from $529 to $589. It's kind of a solid. So they got some graphics mixed in there. All these are full carbon shells. Good looking helmets for sure. Who is this helmet right for? Obviously, this helmet is built for the adventure riders out there. It is fully transformable, okay? It can be ridden in the state that you see right here, where you have the visor peak installed, the full face shield installed on the helmet, and then from there it can be converted. Even though what you see here with this visor peak, you'll notice there's a lot of ventilation, right? A lot of air channeling built into that. They've done that because with an adventure bike, there's going to be times you're on your road, you know, you're going 50, 60, 70, 80, whatever, and you don't want like a straight motocross visor where it's grabbing a lot of wind, creates a lot of drag and buffeting, kind of pulling on your head. So they developed it in such a way where it's going to allow the air to move through it. Obviously, this is a helmet I'm not going to ride in. We're pretty much track focused, do our riding there. So we're going to count on a little bit of feedback from current owners, right, that have bought this. Please share your thoughts. But to me, it looks like it'll probably cut through well. And then what Scorpion did too is they thought it through for people that are going to go out, and let's say that even with that on and with all they've done to make it drag as little as possible, it's more than they want. You can remove it, and there's a little cap in the top, and it's super toolless too, right? Got 2 thumb screws on the outer edges. On the top, rotate this counterclockwise like so. It's kind of like a Dew's fastener. Off that comes. Inside your accessory and manual bag, there's a couple of pieces that are included with this. One of which is going to be a plug that is intended to go in the top here. Just kind of cleans that up a little bit. So now you've got yourself just a full face helmet, right? Visor peak is off, and you got to give it to them. It actually looks pretty darn clean. One step further, if you'd rather ride in goggles, they've created the shield mechanism so that it's toolless. You just kind of rotate it to where this lines up with that arrow, and just pull out. Off it comes. It's got a very large eye port. The intention there is it'll be compatible with most off-road goggle brands and sizes. Okay, plus you get a huge field of vision while you're out riding. One of the other things that is included with this is a built-in action camera mount. It comes in the little accessory bag. What you have to do to install it is you push down here on the chin bar vent, right? The center portion of that vent. Once you have it open, you got to grab a hold of it and just kind of pull it out. You want to zoom in there a little bit, Clark? They can have a look at how it just kind of clips over. There's 2 little posts right here, one on the right, one on the left. Once you have that bad boy out, grab the included mount, and you'll see right here is where the screw's gonna thread in. Slide that over. Drop your screw into place. And I think this is actually a pretty cool little add-on. Definitely a lot of GoPro users out there, and this is such a great way to mount it right to the helmet. Like so. Stick your GoPro mount to that, and you now have an action camera mounted right to the front of your helmet. Okay, what's included in the box? Well, obviously, you're going to get all the stuff that we've already shown you. The action camera mount, right? Your visor peak comes installed. Clear shield comes installed on the helmet. Pinlock Max Vision 120 fog-free insert. That can be installed on either the clear shield that comes on the helmet, or, and this is one of my favorite things about a lot of the Scorpion helmets, they're including a dark smoke screen along with the clear, so you've got a complete package. That pin lock can be installed on either one of the shields. Got a little sleeve for your spare visor, that's nice. Got a nice premium kind of padded helmet bag, so it comes as a complete package, ready to rock. Helmet weight, this in a size medium weighed 3.6 pounds on our shipping scale today in the warehouse. Helmet fit. I measure 58 centimeters on the money. I wear a medium in most common helmets out there. I've got an intermediate oval head shape, which is the most common one here in North America. This helmet is built to that head shape. This is a size medium. I got a good, comfortable fit right out of the box. I like the material that they used for the interior. It feels really comfortable on your head. Also important to note, this includes the AirFit cheek pad system. If you want to dial in the fit, make it a little bit tighter in the cheek pad area, all you have to do is reach inside the helmet under the chin curtain, press on the red bulb. It's going to inflate the bladders. We'll show you that in the second part of this video when I pull the helmet apart. To release it, you push the little stainless steel spring-loaded button on the left side of the chin bar, and it's going to release that for you. So that helps you to tighten up the fit a little bit or even seal out some of the noise. Bluetooth compatible, of course, there are speaker pockets built into this helmet. It's going to accept any of the universal units that are currently on the market today. Ventilation. There are two vents on the top of the helmet. They're either switched on or off. There is a chin bar vent here. There's a switch on the inside of the chin bar, on or off. That's going to direct air towards your face. And then you have the center vent here. That is going to direct air up onto the shield to help manage demisting, right, fog-free performance. When you have that pin lock insert in, pin lock is the benchmark when it comes to fog-free performance. You have that in, you've got your vents open. You really have to be in some tough conditions to overwhelm that, so that's a nice value add for sure. How well is this going to vent? You know, for the type of helmet it is and the ventilation scheme that's into it, it's going to be a reasonable ventilation, right? You got your intakes up here in the front. You've got your exhaust vents built here in the back. You'll get kind of a Venturi effect there too, where it'll pull from the inside out. So it comes in the front, it's drug out the back. They've channeled out the EPS on the inside of the helmet. We'll show you that in the second part of this as well. And that really helps to encourage air movement from front to back. Shell construction, obviously this is a full carbon shell. Some of them have graphics mixed in. Some will just be the full carbon finish. It's 3 shell sizes, small, medium, extra small, small, medium, large, extra large, 2X. Safety standards. This is built to the DOT standard here in the US, as well as ECE 2206. Noise. You're out here riding around with that visor peak hanging off the helmet, 100% it's going to make more noise. It's like riding in a moto helmet, right? The faster you go, the noisier it's going to get. That's just kind of a function of this. If you want something uber quiet, you need something that's more aerodynamic, a lot sleeker, right? So don't expect something like this to be super quiet. I always recommend to everyone anyways, throw in a set of earplugs. It doesn't remove all the sound. You're not riding in pure silence where you can't hear the things around you. It just takes the edge off of everything, and it's way better for your hearing. Glasses compatibility. Scorpion did a good job with this one as well. Across their helmet line, every one of them that we've tested thus far has been fully glasses compatible. By now, you're probably looking at the B-roll that Clark shot of me sliding in the test fit glasses we have here in the video room. They go in pretty easy. Once they're on, they rest in the spot where they're supposed to, right on the bridge of your nose, right? There's really no pressure put. They've done a solid job with that. Shield change on this helmet. This one was designed to be toolless, so the way to approach it is pull the visor peak off. I just think it gives you a little bit better access. It only takes a second. So you've got your 2 thumb screws on either edge. You got that little quick turn fastener on the center of the peak. Pop that off. You want to grab the shield. Also important to note, there's multiple detents here. Get the shield in the upward position. Right there, and just give it a tug out. Off it comes. Remember, this can also be used with goggles if that's what you want to do. To reinstall it, just a mirror image of what you did. And what you saw that I did there is I kind of just rotated it around a little bit. That just helps you find the sweet spot. It dives right in, no problem. We'll pull this back off. And let's give you a look from the helmet, from the inside out. It does have emergency release cheek pads. It comes with a double D-ring retention system. Something that's interesting, they've used titanium, right, for the D-rings. Kind of trick, I suppose. It comes with this chin curtain installed already in it. There's a little reflective back here. To remove the chin curtain, grab the fabric as close to the edge of the shell as possible and just pull and then rotate around. To remove the cheek pads, go ahead and slide your fingers in between the backing of the cheek pad and the EPS of the helmet. There are 3 snaps, one at the front, one above the ear, and one behind the ear. Release all those in the same manner. Grab this as close to the shell as you can and just kind of pull, rotate. You'll see the quality of this is high. The fabrics feel really good. They did a nice job with that. Mirror image on the other side, of course. Out it comes. Now for your top pad. Go ahead and slide either a finger or your thumb in between the backing of the top liner and the EPS of the helmet. There are 2 snaps on the back. Release one, then the second. For the front, at the brow of the helmet, I like to kind of get my index finger under there and just push where the fabric meets the tab. There are 3 snaps, one in the center, one on each edge. Just kind of get your finger in there, release the pressure, off it comes. Quality of this also looks great, just like it did with our cheek pads. This gives us a chance to give you a close-up look. Here is the vent, right? You can see when it's up, it's open. That allows air to flow in towards your face. It looks like they put some foam in there too that'll help restrict that just a little bit, maybe catch any bugs or anything. There's your AirFit cheek pad. There's your release. You can see the cheek pad bladders on both sides. Right here is your speaker pocket, large speaker pocket. It's going to work with pretty much every unit on the market. And then inside the helmet, you'll see the channeling on the EPS. That serves a couple of different purposes. One, like we talked about earlier, helping to manage ventilation, really encourages that front to back airflow. And then second, it also kind of acts as like a crumple zone in the event of an impact, right? Each one of those can kind of crumple on its own and work against each other and just help to manage the impact energy in the event of a crash. All in all, what do I think? I mean, I don't have an adventure bike, but I've reviewed a lot of helmets over the years. I like the fit, I like the comfort, I like the quality, and Scorpion built a lot of cool features into this, considering the fact that it's a full carbon shell. It sells at a reasonable price, and it comes as a complete package. You don't have to buy the pin lock insert or the the dark smoke shield independently. It comes with it. You can use this as a full face with a shield. You can use it with the visor peak. You can use it with goggles. I like the concept. Like I said earlier, this is a helmet that we're not going to ride in. I don't ride adventure bikes. We ride on the racetrack. We would love for any of the XT9000 owners out there, if you've watched this video and you've ridden in your helmet and you've got some feedback, drop it in the comments section and share it with everybody. I think all the users would appreciate that for sure. As always, if you have any questions, leave those in the comments section of this video. Answer all that stuff myself. I'm always here to help you choose the right helmet for your next ride.